So, the leftover wood from our compost bin. With great deliberation, I decided there was only enough to build something reasonably small. With that, I decided to design and make a little rustic hedgehog house to go with the aesthetics of our compost corner. I started by drawing a rough sketch to give my mind something to work with when starting to build. Without further ado, let's get cracking. I then went and started by table sawing some planks into smaller sizes for the frame of the house. This also meant I could turn one plank into two, therefore maximising my leftover supply. This part generally consisted of loads and loads of measuring and cutting and repeat. Once I had the rough dimensions laid out, I began cutting to length all the planks for the walls. Another lengthy process of measure, cut, repeat. I think you get the idea. If you're into all things learning new skills, designing, creating, building, trying out new things and all out craziness, please consider subscribing. Anyway, back to the video. Once cut to length, I began making up my panels for each wall and screwing them together. Once all four walls were in shape, it was time to measure out and cut out the door. For that, I measured the rough size I wanted and then traced out something round to cut the curve. Then we created our corridor. This in my mind was going to make it harder for badgers or foxes to get in. So I had a measure and bashed all our boards in and cut out the pitch for our roof. Then it was just a case of measuring and cutting our second door into the hibernation station. Cute that is, look. Gonna have to wait for a walk, it's too hot. I then had to drive to the hardware shop to get some supplies, mainly because I ran out of screws, but also because I needed roofing felt and nails. So we made it to the hardware shop. Just gotta go and find all of our bits. Although I could literally buy everything down this aisle. Oh, look at them squares. Oh, I don't need it. Let's go, come on. Ah, wood pencils though. Oh, carpenter pencils. Get some of them. Straight in my basket. Ooh. So I don't overly know what the difference is between these. I'm guessing just length. So I'm just going to get these. Straight in my basket. I ended up finding the felt. The smallest amount they do is this bad boy. So I'll tell you what, the hedgehogs best be happy. So I just found the nails we want. The only thing I've just realised is I completely forgot to bring a screw to measure. What am I like? Once I got back, it was time to add my floor. This part probably wasn't overly necessary for a wild animal, but I didn't want a fox to be able to flip it with his nose and eat our spiky little friend. I can now begin to create the roof, which I wanted to be removable but not too removable. So after cutting a load more boards and planks, I was on my way to crafting and putting together our roof. Right, now time to lay, cut and nail our felt to the roof. I did this with a Stanley blade and a metal rule. There we have it. Roof was on and we were looking better than ever. But there is something missing, and I wanted to make this look a little bit more inviting. So I whipped up a rough design on the computer, got it printed and sprayed before nailing it to the front of the house. Time to get this into position around the pond and next to our compost heap. Once I got it into position, I filled it with as much paper shredding as I had to start off a warm bed. And put the roof back on. Stood back and checked out our hard work. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing and commenting your favourite part of the build. Until next time. Coming soon, we're going to be going through the design and building of our workshop, and also how we developed and placed all the solar panels and wired in all of our lights and plugs. Stay tuned for that, and don't forget, subscribe. Funnel vision. It's funnel vision.